Your Eminence, dear Rector, Dean, Reverend Fathers, professors, teachers, staff, graduates, students, families, and friends watching this from afar. I was surprised when I received an email informing me that I had been nominated as a candidate to give the speech on behalf of the graduates. I was even more surprised when I received confirmation that I had indeed been chosen. Those who have been in class with me or seen me in my role as an RA know that public speaking is not my favorite aspect of student life. Why then, you may ask, did I come to ITI, a school which bases its academic pedagogy on the seminar method? Everyone who comes to study at ITI is brought here for different reasons amid individual circumstances. It is incredible to reflect on the unique and personal story which has led each student to ITI. As for me, I could never have foreseen that I would be graduating from a theological institute. I remember when I first heard about ITI, almost 10 years ago, I saw that a friend of mine began studying at this school, and as I read on her Facebook page, the International Theological Institute, the first thought that came to my mind was, oh, who would ever study theology? Now I can say, 5 years later, and having just graduated, I am very glad God overlooked my initial reaction. At the time, I was on a one-track path to fashion school, and the stubborn person that I am, I was unwilling to look in any other direction. Thankfully, God gently, or maybe not so gently, nudged me on a different path. Of course, I thought it was only a small detour. However, it brought me to Vienna, where I ended up working for a year. During the next months, I visited my sister at ITI, and it was during those visits that my mindset completely changed. What I personally witnessed at ITI was so unique and beautiful, it only took the first few visits to convert my heart and consider this school as a serious possibility. The first thing that struck me was a strong, faith-filled community, a community of good and devoted individuals who were here to better themselves and to pursue the truth. Everyone was joyful and welcoming, and they were excited. They were excited about their studies, excited about what they were learning, and most importantly, excited about their faith. To be able to live it so fully in a community where everyday life revolves around the liturgy and the school year revolves around the feast days. I had never witnessed the Catholic faith lived out and shared to such a degree. It left a remarkable impression on me, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be one of those excited and joyful students learning more about my faith. Now, admiring the studious lifestyle and being able to undertake it are two very different things. I should start by saying I am not an academic. Such things as cleaning, cooking, and taking care of children, or anyone, comes a lot more naturally to me than understanding Aristotle or Aquinas. I think I can truthfully admit that the first few years here were an uphill battle. Each semester required new determination to apply myself and to learn the best I could. Thankfully, ITI is filled with patient, caring, and competent teachers. While Latin and philosophy classes were the bane of my existence, I got through them with the help of God and some very understanding professors. I'm pretty sure purgatory has a special pass for those teachers who have dealt with less intellectual students, such as myself. What I'm trying to say is, Dr. Goetzia, Dr. Vladica, and Dr. Herond, thank you, and you are very welcome for providing you with a shorter path to heaven. I think I speak for all the graduates when I express my gratitude to all of the dedicated professors at ITI who give their effort, time, and expertise in the classroom and who live out the faith in an exemplary way. It is deeply appreciated, and our experience at this institute would not be the same without you. I believe there have been many moments for all of us when we are struck with the truth and beauty of a class reading or a reflection. It is that moment of realization, that moment of understanding, uncovering a deeper truth. I remember one of these moments in an exam when the reality of Christ's death on the cross was in front of me and I broke into tears. Yes, I grew up learning about the faith, but this was a moment where the truth penetrated in a personal way. This was just one grace-filled moment, but there are many more inside and outside of the classroom that everyone experiences at ITI. Whether it is the rigorous Thomism of the STM program or the applied theology of the MMF degree, these programs change the lives of the students here and, through the contact of these students with the world, impact many more. The studies guide our paths as we seek our vocations and as we seek our role in the church and in society. Some of us studying at ITI, even graduating today, might not know for certain why God directed or led us here, but this is surely the place He wanted us to grow in our relationship with Him. This is the last point I would like to make, because it is something for which I would like to thank each and every one of you. And that is for the role each one of you has played in the community here. It is true that God led each person to ITI for a unique purpose. We cannot fully know the complexity of His plan, but He had our paths intertwine here during these years in a way that made this community what it is. Thank you to all the students He led here who make this community one that shapes and transforms lives. To my own thoughts, I want to add the reflections of some classmates who were not able to be here today, whose words show the effect ITI has had on their lives. When I think of ITI, I think of light and hope and beauty. At ITI, I can really rejoice and thank God for the seminar method, reading the old sources, and also the beauty of nature on campus in a great community. When I think of ITI, I think of the place where I fell in love with Christ. Through learning of Him in the classes, seeing Him in the gifts and beauty and love of my friends, and for feeling Him in the depths of my sufferings. My favorite thing about ITI is how it integrates Catholics from various walks of life, multiple nationalities and personalities, and directs them to a single goal of seeking the truth and beauty of our Catholic faith and life. When I think of ITI, I think of the people who prove the Catholic Church is the family of God. I think of the people who are a joy to life, a blessing to know, and an incentive to get to heaven so I can be with them forever. Thank you, and congratulations to all the graduates.